Hey everyone, and welcome back. Last week, we talked about the theory behind deep work and why it is so crucial for getting meaningful things done. If you missed that, I highly recommend checking it out first. Today, we're moving from theory to practice. This is Module 2, where we get hands-on with time blocking, the system that will completely transform your productivity. We're going to build your schedule from the ground up, block by block, so you can finally take control of your time instead of letting it control you. Ready to build a week that actually works? Let's get started. First up, the cornerstone of our entire system, deep work blocks. These are non-negotiable, 90-minute sessions dedicated to your most important, high-value tasks. Why 90 minutes? Research shows that's the optimal time for our brains to maintain intense focus before needing a break. During these blocks, you are completely unreachable. That means phone on silent and out of sight, notifications off, email closed, and doors shut if possible. This is your sacred time to create, to solve problems, to learn, and to make significant progress on your biggest goals. Think of these as appointments with your own success. Initially, aim for just 1 or 2 of these blocks per day. The goal isn't to fill your entire day with them. That's a recipe for burnout. It's about creating pockets of extreme productivity. Identify your most cognitively demanding tasks, the ones that truly move the needle, and assign them to a deep work block. The rest of your day will be built around these powerful sessions. Now, what happens when life, happens? A colleague drops by your desk. An urgent email lands in your inbox. A task takes longer than you expected. This is where buffer blocks come in. They are your secret weapon against the chaos of the unexpected. A buffer block is a 30 to 60-minute slot of intentionally unscheduled time that you place between your other blocks, especially after a deep work session. Think of it as a pressure release valve for your day. You can use this time to catch up on emails that piled up, handle that quick question from a coworker, grab a coffee, or simply decompress and reset before your next task. By planning for the unplanned, you prevent one small interruption from derailing your entire day. Instead of feeling stressed and behind schedule, you'll feel in control because you've already allocated time for these inevitable disruptions. Start by adding 1 buffer block in the morning and 1 in the afternoon, and watch how much smoother your days become. Next, let's talk about all those little tasks that seem to eat up our day. Answering emails, making quick calls, filing expenses, scheduling appointments. These are low-energy, low-focus activities, but they still have to get done. The solution is admin batching. Instead of letting these tasks interrupt your flow throughout the day, you're going to group them all together into a single, dedicated block. This is usually a 30 to 60-minute slot, often best placed when your energy is naturally lower, like right after lunch or towards the end of the day. During your admin batching block, you knock out all of these small tasks at once. This is incredibly efficient because you stay in the same admin mode without constantly switching contexts. No more checking email every 5 minutes. You check it once during your admin block. This simple technique frees up enormous amounts of mental energy and protects your precious deep work time from being chipped away by 1,000 tiny cuts. Meetings. For many of us, they are the single biggest productivity killer. A 1-hour meeting often doesn't just cost 1 hour. It costs the time before preparing for it and the time after trying to refocus. This is where meeting compression comes in. The goal is to reclaim your calendar by being ruthless about how you handle meetings. First, question if a meeting is even necessary. Could this be an email, a shared document, a quick chat? If a meeting is essential, always have a clear agenda and a desired outcome. Second, instead of letting meetings scatter randomly throughout your week, try to compress them into a specific day or a specific afternoon. For example, make Tuesday your meeting day. This creates long, uninterrupted stretches on other days for deep work. And finally, challenge the default meeting length. Does it really need to be 60 minutes? Try scheduling 25-minute or 45-minute meetings instead. This Parkinson's law in action work expands to fill the time allotted, and it leaves you with built-in buffer time between calls. With all these blocks, how do you decide what to actually focus on? This brings us to a simple but powerful rule, the 3 outcomes per day rule. At the beginning of each day, or the evening before, I want you to ask yourself, if I only accomplish 3 things today, what would they be to make this day a success? That's it, just 3. This forces you to prioritize ruthlessly and focus on what truly matters. Your most important outcome will likely be the focus of your main deep work block. The other 2 might be a key decision you need to make, a crucial conversation you need to have, or finishing a smaller, but important, project. Writing these 3 outcomes down keeps you anchored throughout the day. When distractions arise, you can look at your list and ask, is this helping me achieve one of my 3 outcomes? If the answer is no, it can wait. This prevents you from getting caught up in busy work and ensures you end every day with a real sense of accomplishment. Okay, let's bring this all together. I've created a weekly calendar template for you to download. The link is in the description. Let's walk through how to use it. You'll see the days of the week laid out with time slots. The very first thing you're going to do is block out your non-negotiables. Sleep, meals, commute, family time, and exercise. Your life outside of work comes first. Next, look at your week and identify the best times for your deep work blocks. Are you a morning person? Schedule your most important deep work block for 9 a.m. Then, pepper in your buffer blocks. Place them strategically after your deep work or before a block of meetings. Now, schedule your admin batching. For me, 4 p.m. is a great time for this. Finally, use meeting compression to group any recurring or new meetings into a designated window. What you're left with is a visual roadmap for a highly productive and balanced week. It's a proactive plan, not a reactive mess. Now, while the weekly template gives you the big picture, the daily focus template is where the magic happens each day. This template, also linked below, is what you'll use every morning. It starts with a simple prompt, my 3 outcomes for today. This is where you apply the 3 outcomes rule we just discussed. Write them down, be specific. Next, you'll look at your weekly calendar and transfer today's blocks onto your daily sheet. You'll see your 90-minute deep work block, your admin batching block, your meetings, and your buffers. This acts as your minute-to-minute guide. Having a physical or digital daily plan in front of you drastically reduces decision fatigue. You don't have to wonder what to do next. The plan tells you. It keeps you on track and laser. At the end of the day, there's a small section for a quick review. Did you achieve your 3 outcomes? What went well? What could be improved tomorrow? This feedback loop is essential for refining your system over time. So, there you have it. The practical, step-by-step guide to implementing time blocking. We've covered deep work blocks for maximum focus, buffer blocks for handling interruptions, admin batching to clear the clutter, meeting compression to win back your calendar, and the 3 outcomes rule to ensure you're always working on what matters most. Using the weekly and daily templates will bring this entire system to life. Remember, the goal here is not to become a robot. It's the opposite. By creating structure, you create freedom. Freedom from stress, freedom from distraction, and the freedom to do your best work and still have time for the life you want to live. Start small. Try implementing just 1 or 2 of these concepts this week and build from there. Thank you so much for joining me for Module 2. I hope you found this incredibly practical and actionable. All the templates I mentioned are linked for you in the description below. Please download them and start building your ideal week. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I read and reply to as many as I can. In our next module, we'll be diving into advanced techniques to overcome procrastination and maintain motivation. You won't want to miss it, so make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.